Hey everyone, it's me again, Day 98, and with MarioTube 101 and 6090 for our Christmas podcast special. As you can see, my voice is still a little iffy, so I will talk some, but not probably not much. So, how was your all Christmases?
Before we
How was my?
begin, I have to keep my mic muted for as long as possible because there's copyright music playing in the background and I don't want copyright claims on Vandelia's channel, so if I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna talk like this, sorry.
Um, well, obviously you saw me displaying the Joy-Cons proudly, but I got a Switch for Christmas. With Mario Odyssey, which is the game I'm playing right now, I can pull the case out right there. Didn't get Breath of the Ass, Fire Emblem, or Xenoblade, but I can always buy those on my own time. I also got a Blu-ray set that of the 4 Tim Burton Schumacher Batman movies. Unfortunately, the disc of the original Batman is not inside here, so tomorrow I might have to go to Walmart to make a return. If I can. And other than that, I just got money, including a gift card to my movie theater.
See, I got a new webcam, a the WWE 2K6 2K7 WWE 2K18 for PS4, two Bluetooth speakers for my iPhone, um, a $25 gift certificate or gift card for Barnes and Noble, and a $50 gift certificate for Amazon.
Hmm.
I'm gonna show the items I
Hold
have.
on, fast. What's I accidentally left in my niece's car, so I got to give him tomorrow.
Can I give spoilers for Mario Odyssey?
I rather not be spoiled, sorry. So, tell me
Damn
when you're
it.
done.
It's just a character appearance, though. And besides, it's a fucking Mario game. Why do you care about spoilers? And then again, if it was a Mario RPG, I'd understand, actually.
Yeah, I
You.
was hoping to break in my new webcam for the podcast, but I guess that can be happening today.
Part of me really wants to watch goddamn Brandon's new Shrek video, but no, we gotta talk. Truth is, tonight, everyone who comes in the chat is free to relay their own fancy Christmas stories, because certainly good old Shnick has a few for you. With middle school Shnick and elementary school Shnick being the star of it all.
Please note I'm trying not to be a rich scumbag looking kind of person. I just happen to have $200, luckily. Really glad I do.
Yeah, and you're apparently not even going to use them on shit you want for Christmas.
The last item I have is an electric bike. I can't really show it, so just imagine an electric bicycle, I guess.
Oh my god, nice. So, does anyone have any Christmas stories to tell?
You can go first.
Oh my god, I have a lot, quite a couple of Christmas stories at least to tell.
We can take turns.
Okay. So, my very first Christmas when I was not even a year old, there's not much notable from that on home video. All I saw on the home video was me wearing a Santa hat and my cousin basically rocking me back and forth when I was sitting in a rocking horse, and she kept going, "Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up." And I remember, like, a day after, like, not long after that, there was also a video where I was in a little walker. And, like, kind of think like a kind of a mobile stroller I was able to, like, fool around in. And, while also keeping me balanced. So one video that was recorded not long after Christmas was my cousin darting back and forth across the room, basically trying to get me to chase her. And I'll admit, it has some nice little baby antics from me. Because she would be at one part of the room, I would walk after her, and then she would quickly dart across the room, and I would just slowly turn around, see she was behind me, and then I would just slowly turn around, go after her, and then she would kind of tease me in her own words, she claimed, when she rewatched the video years later, she claimed she was frolicking around like Squidward. And at one point, she actually fell over, and I just walked up to her, and she was defeated. But then, from year 2 of Christmas, not much notable happened. Other than me saying Barney constantly. I guess I got something Barney the Dinosaur related. Year 2, I actually told this story in a previous podcast. Essentially, well, in the home video, it actually starts with me basically struggling against my dad because he was trying to put a Santa hat on me to get a Christmas photo with my baby sister. Ironic considering what I'm wearing right now.
Is this the one where you stole your sister's doll?
Yeah, like this is the same year. So one video I watched repeatedly was me basically circling around my sister who was like sitting in like a saucer toy. And, that ironically I actually sat in as a baby too, and I loved. She didn't like it that much. And my dad just kept struggling to get the hat on me, and he eventually turned it into a game of sorts. But not much notable else happened during this whole thing, except there was this really long and drawn-out scene where they expected me to unwrap a broomstick horse that I got. And my uncle, who was laying on the floor, just slowly helped me open it. Then we get to the whole Teletubby incident, because that's what that was. Oh, right, that's right. I didn't tell the story in the podcast. I told it in the Teletubbies video I made, PS1. So what happened is... So me and my sister actually liked Teletubbies back then. So my mom and dad got these 2 Teletubby dolls that had fully functional voice boxes. If you squoze them, they would speak like their random phrases. I got the red one. My sister got the yellow one. Okay? So, truth is, I saw the yellow one in its box and everything, just sitting there with all my sister's things. I thought it was for me. Though, I displayed a bit of shyness and reluctance to go up to the toy. Then, this was actually on the home video that we have of the incident. At one point, my mom points kind of towards where the yellow Teletubby was, but she was actually pointing like a bit to the side of it. And she says, "Go open your boxes over there," to me. So I just walked straight up to the yellow Teletubby, and I was holding it by the antenna. I remember, like I saw in the video. And everyone immediately started saying, "That's babies. That's babies." Because that's what they call my sister, baby. To me, anyway.
I guess that's where we got baby's kisses from.
No, not at all. Baby's kisses originated with the boy and the boy alone, my dog. Though, then again, when I was addicted to watching my home videos back in middle school, I was throwing around the name Baby at one point. But, anyways, I just loudly shouted, "No, it's mine." And the home video kind of cuts off there and just focuses on my gram unwrapping a ring that she got from, that was basically a ring that my grandfather got for her or something like that, and it was basically restored.
So, did you ever ask what happened afterwards?
Do I know what happened? Well, first of all, the incident itself. So basically, my sister was on the floor crawling towards me because, don't forget, she wasn't even a year old. She couldn't walk. But she was able to crawl. So she slowly crawled towards me, and she backed me into a corner. I was holding both Teletubbies. And everyone was saying, "Oh, Nicholas, thigh baby la." No, my dad was saying in Ukrainian, "Mikola, thigh baby lala." And everyone else was saying, "Give baby Lala, give baby Lala." And, yeah. My aunt actually had a nice snarky comment. She was like, "Ha ha, look at him corner, he's still giving her nothing." So she started crawling all over me. At one point, there was this big cock tease moment where I accidentally dropped the yellow Teletubby, and then of course I scurried to quickly pick it back up, and my sister was like trying to grab a hand to reach it, and she actually let out a little screech when I pulled it away from her. Oh my god, like this is what happens in the video. Like, I would play the video, but unfortunately it's on a DVD that's upstairs somewhere.
I was not,
What happened?
I was not much better on my. I was an ass at my 14th birthday party Christmas thing.
14th birthday?
Yeah, it was pretty much Christmas time. I was an asshole.
I gotta say, having your birthday in December probably isn't very convenient because that basically only gives you one time a year to get presents, because people would probably just say, "Oh, these are for your birthday and Christmas." Then again, there's probably some parents that spoil their kids and give them double presents. I don't know. Either way, I'm probably fortunate to have my birthday on a separate day. Even then, I don't think then again, I've had less desire to get material possessions for Christmas and birthday. Mostly because I've run out of stuff to ask for. Almost. Like, I only asked for the Switch because my aunt was demanding me to get and tell her a physical item to get when I heard my sister was getting an Apple Watch. I was like, oh, if you're paying $300 for that, I joked that you may as well pay $300 to get me a Switch. And my dad took it literally and forwarded the info to her. And then when I unwrapped the Switch, my aunt ends up acting like Psycho Dad, saying, oh, what are you asking for games for? You don't need those games.
Wow, really? Psycho? Yeah. Psycho mom.
Psycho aunt.
Oh, whatever. Psycho mom, psycho aunt, what's the difference?
or angry aunt.
Huh?
Maybe angry aunt has a better ring to it.
Angry auntie.
Oh my god, you keep making it have a better ring to it, but...
Good.
Yeah, so, getting back to the whole Teletubby incident. So, my sister was crawling all over me. One thing I did state in the Teletubbies PS1 video that I actually do remember the incident actually occurring to an extent. Because, like, when you're 2 years old, like, I was 2 going on 3, like, around that age, that's when you kind of start to retain memories a little bit.
At what age?
When you're about 3 years old, because that's basically what I was. I was 2, almost 3 at that point. All I remember, the only thing I could tell you that wasn't in the videos is that towards the end of the confrontation, I start saying, but. If I remember correctly, I was trying to think of reasons to justify me taking it away. And that goes to show you how I can't, even today, sometimes I can't compose thoughts into words if it's like spur of the moment.
Didn't you think of something at that point in time, though?
I didn't say anything beyond that.
Really? I thought you thought of something.
I think in my mind I was trying to say I needed the toys in order to live. But I couldn't put it into words.
Wow, Shnick.
Like, that is the best way I could describe it.
That's at a whole new level, oh my god.
Yeah, like, then again, those were thoughts, when I was remembering the incident when I was like 5, 6 years old, that's what I thought I was thinking, so I couldn't tell you if it's accurate. But definitely I can tell you, me uttering those words was definitely trying to find a reason to justify it. I also faintly remember having a big sigh of relief in my head when I did get away from her. Like, so what happened was, the broomstick horse that I spent an eternity trying to unwrap earlier ended up being the asshole savior. Because my sister actually slipped on the horse and fell on her face on the floor. She actually did not start crying, if you can believe it. Like, she just kind of laid there and was very slow to get up. I mean, my dad had like a little oop when she fell. But as soon as she fell over, I got on my knees and I started shuffling away from her, and I remember distinctly, everyone was like, "Hey! Nicholas, give baby Lala, or give her Poe! You gotta give baby one!" My dad was actually kind of getting pissed at this point. He's like, "Nicholas, die baby Lala!"
What the hell?
And, All I remember while shuffling away was that I was relieved, and even though everyone was lecturing me for shuffling away from her, I distinctly remember not giving a shit.
Wow.
Those Teletubbies were mine, and I got away. Now, as for the aftermath of that incident, I do not remember. I was only able to after examining later home videos, I could only vaguely piece together what happened.
Did your sister ever get revenge on you?
Oh yeah. Turns out my aunt got her a Lala body pillow. The size, it was practically half the size of me today. It was gigantic. Excuse me. It was gigantic, much bigger than her as a baby. And I do not know what ever became of the Lala toy. The Poe toy actually did make a few appearances in later home videos. You can see it, and here's the thing. It was distinctly laying in my sister's crib.
Wow.
So what probably happened is that we traded. I gave away Poe. That's what probably happened. I couldn't say. I'll say many years later, I don't think I could go digging for it now. But my sister actually came downstairs randomly one day. This was only a few years ago. And she's like, so we were cleaning out Mom and Dad's room, and look what we found. She was holding something behind her back. I think I was laying in bed when she showed it. And then all of a sudden, she rapidly pulls something from behind her back. And I hear a loud, bye-bye.
What?
She found the Poe toy from the incident. I actually have it sitting somewhere over there, but I'd have to go digging for it.
What was your reaction?
When I was like half asleep when she showed me, but in my head I was like, oh my god. That thing's still here? I thought, like, I had a whole collection of toys that were sitting in freaking awnings on the porch. My dad eventually put those into storage, and I think he eventually either donated them or sent them to a cousin I have in Ukraine, the country he came from.
Yeah.
And I thought the Teletubbies were among them, but no, apparently Poe survived. But yeah, that was one big Christmas incident. Vandalia, do you want to tell a Christmas story?
Yeah. Quick story will pass my throat. So every year from like 93 to about 2001, I was a part of my church's Christmas play, and it wasn't the usual blah 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 major blah 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 Christmas play. It was like, actual play. So, except for one time, it was a Christmas play. Anyways, I think what I remember about most of all, one of them is the kid playing the angel one time was to go off screen to the door, and he kind of accidentally opened the door up and hit himself in the head with it. Like he ran to the door. That's one. That's one memory. Mario, you have memory, Christmas memory?
All I can say was, well, one, I had the flu before Christmas. Now I have an occasional cough. And, well, let's see. I woke up today. I got some breakfast. And then eventually we opened presents. I assembled my electric bike. I rode it after charging the battery while assembling. And I opened more presents. And then that was it. The end.
Right, back to you. Your turn again, Shnick.
My turn again. Oh, sorry.
It was like a talk
Apparently,
more.
Okay.
I got rest my voice.
So the following year, when I was 3 years old during Christmas, going on 4, not much happened. That I remember. There was a home video, obviously, but nothing worth noting happened during it. When I was 4, the year 2000, all I remember is that a lot of what I was shown unwrapping on camera were cardboard Disney boxes that just had a bunch of clothes in them. Only once on only once or twice on camera was I actually seen unwrapping toys. But I was surprisingly happy-go-lucky with it on camera. There was actually a video recorded shortly after that. Once again, my cousin was at her antics again, and there was wrestling on TV, and my cousin was basically wrestling me almost to death. And my sister kept going in front of the camera, and at some point she decided to imitate my cousin imitate the ring outs, like basically climbing onto like the corners of the ring and like doing like a slam dunk, whatever it is. So she kept climbing on top of my dad, proudly portraying her freaking ass in front of the camera, not exposed, like, but freaking sweatpants and everything. And she kept jumping off. Sometimes she kept jumping towards a freaking racetrack I assembled, or my dad assembled for me. And I'm surprised she didn't break it. And then the video ends with her doing it one more time, and she jumped on top of me as my cousin was like pushing me back when I tried to charge her.
Huh.
So let's see. Then, for Christmas 2001, this was a story I told to Brandon and Vandalia yesterday. Throughout the beginning of the home video, and I actually do remember this Christmas pretty distinctly, I would not shut up about me getting 4 PS1 games.
4 PS1 games?
This is proof. This is actually, if you can believe it, this is proof to how old I actually am. Sometimes I feel like people look at me and I only pass as like a late high schooler, when in fact I was old enough to be at an age where I did not have a DVD player. I did not have a PS2. I only had a PS1 and a VCR.
So what were the 4 games?
The game I would not. So the 4 games I kept saying is, oh, Daddy, Daddy, if I get 4 more games, Rocket Power, Harry Potter, I think Hot Wheels, and Tarzan. Actually, no. Maybe the third one was Monsters, Inc. No, because I had just seen the movie at that point. Because this was also before we even had good internet. Like, the only way I knew about certain PS1 games was by going through magazines and looking at ads. Well, like, my mom would get, like, freaking catalogs and, like, Toys R Us and all that, and they would, like, list different games. In fact, I actually have a poster I made in kindergarten. There's some magazine clippings of some PS1 games I wanted. So, yeah. And another big thing I kept stressing to the point where anytime my mom and dad ignored me, I would actually yell, "Look at me!"
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah. The one point I kept wanting to stress is that if I got those 4 games, I would have 20 games in total.
Why would that be significant?
It wasn't significant in the grand scheme of things, considering the entire wall of, like, hundreds I have now. But back when I was a kid, me owning 20 PS1 games was such a big number, just like how $5 is a lot of money to a kid. You know?
Yeah.
Back in the 80s when I was a kid. That was a lot of money back then.
$5 was actually a lot of money at one point. That was like back in like the colonial era.
No, even in the 80s, I think $5 was more than minimum wage.
Wow.
Oh yeah, but that's due to inflation, more or less. Like, money, I think, still has the same value based on the minimum wage. It's just that it's more spread out, more or less, I guess. I don't know.
When I started working in the 90s, 96, my first job, hourly minimum wage was $4.25.
$4.25. Minimum wage in my state is like over $10 now.
So I can't imagine how much it would be back in the 80s.
It was probably a bit more than what yours was because, well, don't forget, I live near the biggest city in the country, so I think minimum wage is probably at its highest in this area.
I'm talking about federal, not state.
Federal or state? I don't know.
I'm talking about the federal minimum wage in the 90s was $4.25. I have no idea how much the state was.
Okay. Well, I don't know everything, so I'm obviously disregard any mistakes I make. So throughout the Christmas video, I gradually... So, the first game I unwrapped was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And I loudly shouted, "I got a Harry Potter game!"
Is that one of the games you played on your channel?
Wait, do you actually want to see that video? Because I actually have it on this computer.
Did you? But yeah, sure. But is that one of the games you played on the channel?
It is one of the games I played on the channel. You know what? I could actually set this up, but... Alright, so... I would have to disconnect Skype, and I would have to go on this computer, unfortunately. Well, actually, let me X out this shit. First of all, I have to go to the goddamn folder where I have it. And, well, let me give a summary while I find it. So, I also got Tarzan, I also got Monsters, Inc. But instead of Rocket Power, I actually got a Bob the Builder Can We Fix It instead.
The PS1 game?
PS1 game I played for the channel as well.
Wow. Huh.
It wasn't until 2016 when I finally got that Rocket Power game.
Hmm.
When I finally decided, you know what, fuck this. $4, I'm paying for it. It was a pretty pristine copy as well. Alright, where the fuck is this video? Oh, wait. I know what folder it's in. So, also, you know how I kept stressing about how I was now going to have 20 games?
Mm-hmm.
The joke was on me because I actually wasn't getting gonna have 20 games. I now had 22.
All right. Oh, I found it, by the way. It was $3.35 an hour in the 80s.
Jesus, that's even less. Well, so yeah. But now here's I had 22 games because my sister got 2 home: Dance Dance Revolution, Disney Mix, and Pooh's Party Games. So, but now here's the real kicker. I was so excited to play those games until my dad announced to me that I couldn't play them until after church. And predictably, I threw a whiny hissy fit. And in fact, there's even one point in the video, if you listen closely, you can hear me say, I don't want to go to stupid church.
Oh no.
I actually did say stupid church, but then I actually quietly said stupid.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god. So, I'm gonna show the clip itself. So, if I disconnect from Skype, my apologies.
Do. On an unrelated note, for some reason I'm really tired.
Wait. Okay, let Mario give time Mario to adjust the screen.
What do you mean give me time to adjust the screen? Wait, what? Oh, you fuck!
Don't play it yet.
Oh, damn it, it's a video? Ugh. I thought we got rid of those.
This is why you have different scenes for an OBS.
I thought we were done with videos. Apparently not.
Nope.
No, we're not.
Whoa, echo.
No, you could probably just do a different scene or something if you wanted to.
Well, we're not even prepared to do videos anymore. We decided not to do them.
No, we didn't decide to. We
Yeah, we did.
We decided to put it on hold until we figure out how to do it.
No. We decided to stop, remember?
Nope.
Whatever. Alright, play it. Shnick, play it. Okay, there it goes. I don't hear anything. Alright, there you go.
One of my 4 more games. I need 17. And this Mommy.
Let me see.
Mommy.
Yeah, Mommy. Nikki.
Oh, let me ask Mommy. Mommy, I need 17, 18, 19, and 20. Then I'll get 20 games.
Okay.
I actually asked him. He asked me.
No, it's my games in there. Whoa.
You can go to church like West Palm. You can go to church like.
Look at the legs, guy.
That's for your knee pad.
Yeah, I would love to do these apples.
That's right.
I get Barbie in the next time.
That's
This is a Harry Potter game! You got the Harry Potter! You brought Harry Potter game!
Oh my
Oh,
God.
he's all shaky.
Yeah, some more!
You know what you gotta do. You gotta get rid of your garbage.
A Bob the Builder game!
No. What's over there underneath the page?
Let me see.
I want game.
You brought video games for me!
Look at that.
What is that?
Molly got you.
A Monsters Inc. game! Mommy, it's a Monsters Inc. game!
Oh, look at that.
A Bob the Builder, Harry Potter. I got this.
You got Disney.
Mommy, hey, Daddy.
Dance.
Look.
Nikki, from Santa too?
Yeah, thanks.
From Santa.
Oh, it's from Wally.
And this is from Grandma.
Oh, I heard Uncle Wally.
Okay.
I got a Winnie the Pooh game. I have a Tarzan game. I have 4 more. Now I have 20 games.
Shnick can count.
Oh, Mommy and Daddy.
Yeah.
Everything's here.
I have 4 games.
Now you have to be a good boy in church. You want to play those games?
What? I'm gonna put yes.
Yeah, but not now. After church.
No.
Really? Oh.
You gotta say what? He said Santa Claus to you. Hey!
Santa Claus, you can only play. You go to church this morning, sit nice, and then you play games, okay?
Thank God that Santa got here safe.
I don't want to.
Look at that. Well, then we have to
Whoever
pull
made
it
that
back and
cracker.
take this off. What do you think?
I need to.
That's it. Shnick?
Alright, hang on. Yeah, that is basically it. All that happens afterward was you heard faintly at the end, I don't want to go to, and then the stupid church part. Not only did I say it quietly, Uncle Wally started talking, so it wasn't worth it to keep playing it.
Hey, Shnick, did you end chat?
Yeah, I wrote in chat because I'm still signed in with your account. Sorry. Oh fuck this! I'm going on my fucking. now. But yeah, the only noteworthy thing that happened after was that there's a shot where I have this depressed look on my face, and I just hold one of the games, look at it with a sad face, and I just put it back down.
Wow. Did you get any worse than that?
Well, truth is, even though my behavior was not justified to whining about going to church in the morning, ultimately because see, it was my gram that organized us to go to church.
James
We
Bond
went
gram.
to church, yeah. We went to church about a half hour after that was done filming.
Were you a good boy?
Oh, yeah. And did you hear the threat she told me?
No.
No.
Well, if you can hear her off to the side, she's saying, yeah, I think Boży at Santa Claus got here safe. Boży is Ukrainian for God.
I thought they were going to be like, oh, I guess we got to return them.
No, and then at the point where I said, but I don't want to. She's like, oh. And then my gram's like, okay, I'm going to have to call him up and then he'll come and take this all. What do you think?
Got connections.
Oh my God. In fact, I remember one Christmas, they actually did go on, when I was being a really bad boy, they actually did go on the phone and they actually did pretend to dial Santa's number.
Oh,
I
God.
stopped.
Huh?
Until I stopped being bad.
Wow.
When I was, I thought,
Well, actually, that wasn't the end of the story. Sorry. So, about a half hour, like, we finished unwrapping presents shortly after that. A half hour later, we were in the car going to church. And, as it turns out, Graham ended up taking us all to church too early.
Oh, damn.
We were there like a full hour to 2 hours before the service was actually supposed to begin.
Oh my God.
lifetime.
So then we ended up driving straight back home, and I was like saying, oh, can I play? Can I play? And my dad did reluctantly let me play briefly. I got to play Bob the Builder. More specifically, I remember playing the one where Bob's going around fixing the leaks. The side-scroller one.
Oh, God.
From the Let's Play. And then shortly after that, we had to go, and then we went back to church. I sat nice, and then I got to play my games.
Damn video games.
Seriously. What?
Damn video games.
Damn video game. Smash video game. What's funny is that Bob the Builder is a game you can't beat, but the other three games, I did not beat them when I was a kid. None. I led myself to believe I beat Monsters, Inc. because I got all the bronze medals, but that's not the true ending of the game. I didn't truly beat Monsters, Inc. until I did the Let's Play on my channel like a couple of years ago. Harry Potter I did not beat until middle school, and then Tarzan I don't think I beat until middle school either. Possibly not even until high school. But, yeah, that's that story. So, Vandalia, did you have one?
Yeah, another quick one. I remember when I was little, my brother's friend used to come over dressed as Santa Claus. He drove a pickup truck.
Santa Claus in his pickup truck.
A giant blue pickup truck. I was like, "Is that your sleigh?" I was like, "Is that your sleigh?" He's like, "Yep." My older brother's friend. My older brother's friend came to Santa Claus.
It's
in
a
blue pickup truck.
sleigh. Vroom vroom.
All right, Mario, you're coming in.
Huh?
Time for a story.
What?
Story time for Mario.
I don't have any more. Sorry, you ran out.
Really, in 18 years, you had no Christmases.
Almost 18 years. And I don't really have anything interesting because there's just not really any interesting things, really. What? You expected amazing adventure time with MarioTube? Not this one, unfortunately.
Well, not amazing, just... Hey, what about your first Christmas in Phoenix?
My first Christmas in Phoenix? Well, my mom does admit that year could have been better. Actually, you wanna know what's kind of funny? My mom and dad gets a fucking thing for our router, and I don't really remember what it was, but it was like maybe some Wi-Fi extender thing or whatever. And the funny thing is that they get it, and they don't even open the box for the entire year. So, it's like, what was the point of buying it if you're not gonna even do anything? And I didn't even bother mentioning it because I partly forgot about it, and I partly wanted to see if they even fucking decided they wanted to use it. Apparently not. They never did. And I think we still have it, but I don't know why they just didn't fucking use it. It's like, pfft, stupid technology. Other than that...
like me in it last year.
Exactly. Other than that... when I was a kid, I asked for Wii Fit of all fucking games for some reason. And
I remember the story. See, you have stories.
I don't really think they're too interesting. But I went in my... Oh, and this was when I was in my old house, by the way. So, yeah, I was a kid, for some reason, asked for Wii Fit. And I actually fucking found the fucking box for Wii Fit before Christmas. And I found it in my parents' closet. I took it out. I went downstairs and I asked, "Who's this for?" And yeah, my mom got really pissed off at me.
Who else would it be for?
I told you I was fucking autistic as fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I actually fucking did that. It was really retarded. I still had to act surprised because they still wrapped it and made me open it anyways. And it's funny because when she was yelling at me about it, I'm like, it's okay, I'll pretend to be surprised. It was really fucking stupid. What else happened?
It's all coming back to him now.
All horror stories, not really.
The floodgates have opened. The floodgates have opened.
Honestly, the only other thing I remember right now is my parents would drive me around, neighborhoods, and we would see the decorations people put up. There was one area where people put up fucking decorations and lights big time. Like, they had fucking lights going across the street from, like, the lamps or whatever. Like, they were fucking serious when it came to Christmas stuff, but I don't really remember anything else.
Listen to this. I was on Facebook. It says Magic Kingdom at capacity, temporarily closed. Magic
Yeah, you know, I just saw an article of like the top 10 reasons to avoid Disney during the holidays.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I had the misfortune of going to frickin' Disney just after New Year's last year. I can attest to it. That list.
Was it that bad?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Normally, during the frickin' fireworks, we would have the free time to go on any rides we wanted because nobody would go on the frickin' rides. They only want to watch the fireworks. There were so many people in Disney last January that the lines were just as long as ever, even with the fireworks.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Stick your story, Shnick.
Oh, I got my stories. Oh, no.
Hey,
Because it's
for-
your
I might
turn
be-
again.
Hey,
I
it's-
might be screen sharing my computer again, briefly. Okay?
Do I need to change anything?
I guess you use the same setup for the last video I screen shared, but it's gonna be very brief.
Or you could, like I said, you can always change scenes.
I'm not setting up a scene right now.
Alright.
And also, we haven't used a video in a long time anyway, so
I'm
whatever.
only doing it because it's a special occasion, and because sometimes when I tell these stories, I have a feeling that eventually we're going to get someone in the chat saying that I'm just a liar. But I figure that's why for this special Christmas episode, I'm actually going to show some of these home videos to show that elementary school Shnick was real.
I'm gonna get some cookies, so I'll be back.
Christmas cookies. So, anyways, I already told this story to Vandalia and Brandon yesterday, and Mario's once again not going to be here for the beginning of it. But one thing that was, yeah. First of all, before I go into this aforementioned story, this upcoming story, I just want to describe how Christmas sometimes you feel like it can lose its charm as you get older, you know? Because sometimes Christmas is that time of year when you're a kid, because you don't have a method of getting your own money, and if you live in a family that doesn't have money to waste on commodities you want, or if you do live in a rich family that can waste money on commodities, but they do the smart thing and not spoil you. Christmas is like that one time a year where you can just go all out and ask for what you really want. And like showcase how family members and friends really do show their appreciation for you. So that's how Christmas is special when you're a kid. Nowadays, honestly, the freaking Psycho Brother from the freaking Psycho Dad videos, there was one video they filmed where literally all Psycho Dad got him, the Psycho Kid, and the Psycho Brother was like a bag of candy, saying, "Oh, that's all we can afford." And the Psycho Kid, as a character, is like, he goes up to the Psycho Brother, he's like, "This doesn't make sense. Why? Dad used to get us so much shit when we were kids. Why is he getting us nothing now?" And the Psycho Brother says this, "Well, I just buy whatever I want anyway." Which is true. When you're in your early 20s and you're starting to make money, when you're in your late teens, early 20s, and you're starting to make a little bit of money, like even when you're not making that much money, like working a minimum wage job part-time, not all that let's be honest, not everyone saves every single penny they make. Some people put disposable income on the side to save up for stuff they want, like a new game, a movie. And honestly, in previous years, like ever since I started making money, like working at my school, I've just been able to buy whenever I want when it goes on sale, like on Amazon, GameStop, any different store. And this year felt really different. Not only did I, like, when I walked away only getting a Switch with one game, I actually felt kind of disappointed I didn't actually get all the games I asked for. But then I thought about it. Not only did I actually get some Christmas spending money, I was like, well, I'd buy whatever I want when I want anyway. So it's not like I have to wait eons to get the games I want. And this year felt really weird because not only did I feel like asking for the Switch for Christmas was just simply so that something could go under the tree. That was literally what the thought process was. I asked for a Switch so that something could be under the tree, because truth is, I don't really want to buy something. Not because I want to save money, but it's just because there's nothing I want.
I'm back.
That makes sense. Like, it's that weird feeling.
What'd I miss?
Have you ever felt like that?
Shnick, what'd I miss?
I was just describing how Christmas kind of... how, for me, over the years, Christmas has kind of lost its charm. Like, with the present side, that is. Because when you're a kid and you're not making money, like Christmas is like one time a year, well, probably besides your birthday, where you can just ask for whatever you want. And that's like one of the only times you can get what you want. And then when you're older and you probably are working a part-time job or even a full-time job after you graduate, even if you're not making a whole lot of money, everyone, let's face it, puts aside money to spend on frivolities. And at that point, Christmas and your birthday suddenly becomes a bit less special because it's like, oh, you're just getting extra money for whatever, when you're already making money to get your stuff anyway.
Yeah, when you get older, people stop buying you gifts and start buying you gift cards.
They start buying you gift cards. Oh, that's exactly how things have gone down with me. Except my aunt got me the Switch because it's the only physical item I could think of, and she didn't want to get me a gift card.
Honestly, I kind of hate gift cards.
But Grade A Under A says, oh, just give money, not gift cards.
Exactly. Money's so much better. So you're not playing a video then?
Gift cards have fancy designs, so I think they're okay as long as they're to places I like. But
so you're not playing a video then, by the way?
Oh, I am. I was just doing a build-up to the story, waiting for you to get back, and now I look like Harvey Two-Face. So, I just wanted to stress that because in recent years, people would on Christmas morning, people would have to wake me up to go upstairs.
Wow.
Whereas when I was a kid, as soon as I woke up Christmas morning, I would just go straight downstairs and I'd have to wait to open them presents.
Yeah, so did I. I could open one or two, probably. I could probably open one or two when I woke up. But then I had to wait for my sister and my nieces to show up, my brother and their family to show up, because they were all older than me. My nieces are like a few years younger than me, so we had to wait for them to all show up, all open presents at the same time. I got to open one or two. There you go. Now wait. Like, I don't want to wait.
Wow. Exactly.
But now, this ties into my story. Christmas 2005. I was 9 years old, going on 10. And, first of all, I need to go open up the video. So, what happened was, if I could freaking find the fucker. Okay, I think, yep, I found it. That's good. It's an even lower quality than the other one, so bear with me. Because middle school Shnick did the transfer from VHS to digital, and he did it in piss poor quality.
Good job.
So, finally getting to the damn story, I'm sorry. On Christmas morning, 2005, I woke up around 6. A little too early, I would say, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was impatient. I went down those stairs to see if Santa had dropped off my shit. And yes, all the presents were down, scattered around the Christmas tree. My gram was up, and she told me to go back to sleep because it was too early. And yeah, I went back into my room because that's back when I shared a bedroom with my sister. We had like a bunk bed. But me and my sister, we could not go back to sleep. Not at all. So we go downstairs, and my Gram's like, "You don't open those presents. You have to wait."
You opened them, didn't you?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't.
Mm.
So yeah, my sister, she knew how to behave herself usually, so she was just patient. Me, when my Gram turns on FX and we start watching freaking Daddy Daycare, I keep looking over to the presents.
Daddy Daycare? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Oh.
Let's just say it's a shitty kids movie where a bunch of unemployed dads start a babysitting service. Okay.
Because that's a Christmas film.
Oh yeah, especially since you have the guy who voiced Eddie Murphy, the guy who voiced Donkey playing the lead dad.
Shrek reference.
Shrek reference. Obligatory Shrek reference, even though I mentioned Brandon's Shrek video earlier. I'll tell you one thing, my mom and dad were in no hurry to come downstairs. Like, I remembered in previous years, we would start opening presents around 7 or 8. My mom and dad don't come downstairs until around... Okay. So, my mom and dad come downstairs, and of course, I'm asking if we can start. And thing is, my cousin and her parents, my aunt and uncle, not Uncle Wally, they actually came to visit us for Christmas. But whereas nowadays, if they came, the standard practice is for them to actually stay at our house, and we would like pull out a pull-out couch and like have an inflatable mattress. No, back then they just stayed at a hotel.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So my mom tells me no, we have to wait for them to come. Okay.
Okay.
Several hours pass and they're nowhere to be found.
Damn it.
Yep. My impatientness was getting on my mom's last nerve. In fact, I think she actually started almost taunting me in a way to, like, teach me a lesson about being impatient. Oh, when I mentioned this part of the story, Brandon actually started laughing. Eventually, when I just kept being freaking impatient, my mom finally was like, okay, fine. You want to open your presents? Go open one.
Oh, no.
I ran straight for the first present I saw that looked like a PS2 game. I opened it up. It's Crunk's New Groove on DVD.
Ooh, Empress New Groove.
Yep, I got that. No PS2 game. Even at the time, I felt a little embarrassed to open it.
Oh my god, that must have taught you a fucking lesson.
Probably. Maybe my mom strategically put the DVD on top.
Gotcha, bitch.
What happened?
No, it's like, gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha again. You got punked. So my cousin and her parents finally come around noon. Alright. Which is, I mean, that's okay. They just come whenever they want. Presents aren't that important. Not to middle school Shnick. He was about to be middle school. He was fourth grade at that time. He was Shnick. He was goddamn Anita. The fact he had to wait until noon to open his presents.
Anita reference.
Oh my god.
Oh, and it gets better. Perhaps maybe it was because they were hungry. Maybe it was to trigger me more. My ma, in an unprecedented move, makes us have breakfast first.
Oh my god.
They had to cook the breakfast. They had to serve the table. We all had to sit at the table, and everyone had to finish eating. It was like 1:30 by the time we were finally sitting down to open those godforsaken things.
Wow.
And, yeah. Meanwhile, my dad starts taping, and I'm gonna display this in a minute. My mom, possibly as a final way to, either because she was pissed off by my constant impatientness, or because she was just trying to find a further way to teach me a lesson, she loudly yells for my gram to make a pot of coffee for her. Which meant my gram had to go in the kitchen, therefore she wasn't in the living room to witness the presents, meaning that we couldn't start. We had to delay for a few more minutes.
Oh no.
And I kid you not, as my dad is filming me, I'm on the floor, on my knees, and you're not going to believe me when I say this. I was acting like a seal begging for food.
What? A seal? Oh my god. Oh,
Don't believe me? I have the evidence right here.
Oh my god. I can only
time.
imagine. I want my gifts. Boom. Like seriously, you must have been the chicken man that day, Shnick.
Mom, can you make a pot of coffee so I can have a cup?
Moments away.
I don't see anything.
Prep work.
I'm just waiting on Shnick.
I'm screen sharing.
You are? It's not working.
Go Skype. Hashtag Skype issues. Hashtag Skype sucks.
Technical difficulties as always, ladies and gentlemen.
Technical difficulties since season 2.
Is it there now?
No, you're gonna have to leave and come back. Thumbs up? Question mark? Thumbs down. Shnick, you gotta leave the call and come back, and then it'll probably work. There it goes.
Right. You just get adjusted.
Alright.
Mom, can you make a pot of coffee so I can have a cup?
Moments away.
Okay, now?
So, Alex.
Hold on.
Okay, tell me when I should start opening.
When everybody gets here.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Where's Mom? Wait, she's making the coffee.
You're gonna see like
Alright.
confetti.
Come on.
You gotta hand them out first.
Huh? That's it? Thanks, Amazon Echo. What? That was it? Oh, man. That kind of sucked.
Did you disconnect or something? Oh, you just back.
Yeah, the video starts glitching out big time at that point. So, but what'd you think of that?
That wasn't really surprising, other than, like, you acting weird.
Yeah, I was expecting a bigger reaction. Maybe it's because I told you what I did.
No, I thought, when you said you were flopping like a seal, I thought you were, like, full on the floor flopping around like a fish.
No, I said I was on my knees, like, no, I said I was on my knees doing, maybe I should have described it better. I was like this, making stupid noises and acting freaking impatient.
No offense, you were acting like a retard that day.
It's okay, you could say that, because I was a fucking retard. Oh, and the most golden part is what I did when I got back to school. For Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I had to write my own I Have a Dream speech. You know, I Have a Dream, Martin Luther King Jr. is what's probably considered to be his most famous speech, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we basically had to talk about a cause we wanted to support, and we had to make our own, well, obviously, I Have a Dream speech, so you're not going to believe, you're going to love what I wrote. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This was the first sentence, word for word. I have a dream that all unnormal adults will be normal.
Well, unnormal? So close to saying abnormal. Nope. Unnormal. Unnormalized citizens.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you, instead of you saying uncivilized, you would have said decivilized.
Well, I kept saying... I don't remember everything I put in the essay, but it said unnormal adults all the freaking time. I think one sentence said, I have a dream that unnormal adults will let their kids play games all week, referencing my freaking no games on weekdays. and that they will not punish their kids for no reason.
Oh my god.
When in fact, I was getting punished for good reasons.
And then, didn't they catch you say that?
Yeah, they did, but obviously the most telling sentence was, I have a dream that unnormal adults will not force their kids to open their presents in the afternoon.
That is so stupid.
Yeah. Then my mom would freak, starting in 3rd grade, would periodically check my school bag. She always checked to be sure that there was homework that I was always completing homework and whatnot. Unfortunately, that did lead to a pretty bad habit where she would find a bunch of practice sheets that weren't to be submitted for a grade. She would take a quick look at them. She'd be like, this isn't done, put it in a pile, and she'd force me to finish it.
My mom was the same way.
Yeah, in fact, there was actually one video called William Throws a Temper Tantrum because he has to do his homework, and I actually put a comment that got quite a few likes. It was like, when I was a kid, I basically said in the comment, when I was a kid, my mom made me sit down and complete an entire stack of sheets. An entire stack of work she found to be incomplete, a lot of which was just practice sheets that weren't to be handed in for a grade, and yet the kid in the video couldn't finish 4 math problems.
Wow.
Two things.
What?
One, I used to do, especially in high school, I used to do a lot of homework on the bus.
Yeah?
On the way to school, or in first period, before class.
Oh.
Or like, come, hurry up. Done. And 2.
Smart. Gives you more time on Super Nintendo.
And 2, are you at the phase of your life yet where you're lifetime grounded from everything yet?
Oh yeah. Like I said, in that stupid I have a dream speech, I specifically mentioned the lifetime grounding. And how it was wrong. I mean, granted, it was starting to be... Granted, by the time I was starting to learn, and I actually was giving a damn about school, it was starting to kind of become wrong to still have it in place when I wasn't really learning anything from it anymore. But then again, I did just sneak on my game systems, and I never got caught. But anyways, so my ma, back to the whole I have a dream shit. My ma searched my school bag sometime after my teacher graded it and gave it back to me. Don't ask what grade I got. I don't remember.
It wasn't an F?
I don't think. It definitely was not an F. Probably a C.
Alright, my next guess would have been a D.
Yeah.
D for dumb.
So, my mom came across the frickin' essay. Surprisingly, her reaction was not as explosive as you were probably hoping it was. So, She walks up to me, and she's like, "So, I read your essay about unnormal adults." Is that me? My reaction, no. She gives me a funny look and walks away.
Oh my god. I can only imagine what you would have gone through if you said yes.
I didn't have the balls to say yes. Never. Alright, but that's that story. Does anyone else have any more stories, or do we need more Shnick?
Let me think.
Are we going through like the full 2 hours?
I don't know.
We could keep going. I got more stories.
Jeez.
You know what? I'm shutting down the Switch. Time for the Switch to go Betty bye.
Let's see.
Oh. No more Switch?
No more Switch. Maybe I'll get some... I actually made some good progress in Mario Odyssey today. I actually do really like it. Finally, we get a Super Mario 64 game.
Every year, we go see a Christmas movie. At Christmas time, we go see a movie every year at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Today we saw Ferdinand. I fell asleep.
Wait, what movie?
It's an animated movie about a talking bull.
And this is at a movie theater?
Oh,
yeah, Ferdinand.
What is this? Anime Expo 2017?
No, it's just more computer animated stuff. Swear to God, it's getting generic at this point. It is getting fucking generic. Not to say the movie's bad, but I'm just tired of seeing people not even caring about animation anymore. It all looks the goddamn same.
Like 2 years ago, we saw the good dinosaur.
Oh, that one Pixar movie that was the one Pixar movie that became a box office bomb.
I think the earliest, your earliest movie I remember seeing at Christmas time was I think 92. It was Aladdin.
Aladdin, good.
It's really funny, usually, sometimes we also see movies at Thanksgiving too, and those movies we see then are usually Christmas movies. Like in 1992, the month before we saw Aladdin, I saw Home Alone 2. Earlier this year at Thanksgiving, I saw Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah.
Usually I see Christmas movies.
You actually saw Home Alone 2 in the theater. I probably would have liked to see one of the Home Alone movies in theaters. I kind of wish I was born in 1986 as opposed to 96.
Really?
Part of me, yeah, but then again, maybe I would have been more adjusted to the NES, and I would have gotten to experience the 90s more fully.
Wait,
it was fun.
Wait, so you wish you were rather born in 86 than what year?
96.
Oh, I misheard you, apparently.
Yeah. Then again, my cousin wasn't even born back in 86, and so I don't know. That definitely... And my dad wasn't even in the United States at the time, so that was unrealistic. That's unrealistic expectations.
Wow, you would have been really close to Vandelia's age then, huh?
Probably. I mean, truth is, I really loved stuff that came out of the 90s, if we're being honest, and that's why I really wish I was a true 90s kid, and I'm not. I remember the 90s a little bit when I was like 3 years old, but...
To be fair, I was a 90s kid either. I was a 90s teen.
Even better.
I keep thinking you were born... I keep thinking you were a product of the 70s until I realized you were born like at the complete end of the 70s, like December 27th, 79. Oh, 28. I have to wish you a happy birthday from the car.
Sweet.
And I was born at the beginning of the 2000s.
But yeah, that was my every Christmas. we stopped going last year or two, but we went again this year. But movies every Christmas and Thanksgiving too. That's my quick little story.
Yeah.
Right, Mario, your turn, Mario.
Again?
Yeah, again.
Again.
So you haven't learned. Okay. Thinking of Christmas stories.
You also be New Year's.
Man, nothing really happened New Year's either, to be honest.
Except for your...
I don't really remember New Year's compared to Christmas. I remember more general stuff that I did in Christmas than in New Year's, to be honest. New Year's was just kind of like there for me.
Except for your New Year's video last year.
Yeah, last year.
The elegant spin.
Yeah, truth be told, I literally have nothing for you at this point.
Wow. I mean, I'm starting to run out of stories too, but
I don't really have stories, to be honest with you. It's just kind of like experiences. I mean, maybe like one story, two at best, maybe. I don't even know how many I told this podcast, but yeah, this is just one episode topic that I can't actually really talk about because basically nothing really happened that would be like entertaining or something like that. It was just all generic, really. Everything went well. That's pretty much it.
Okay, what was the best Christmas gift you ever got?
The best Christmas gift? Oh, okay.
When was that? When that happened?
Well, shit. That's hard. Well, I don't think it would be any game console, to be completely honest with you. So, game consoles are out of the list. So, I guess right now that would probably have to be my electric bicycle, which I got this year, because that allows me to actually, you know, it allows me to transport myself finally without fucking having to either ride my normal bike, attempt to use the bus system, which sucks ass, or even use Uber/Lyft, which, by the way, I've never used before, and I would only use it in emergencies if needed. But yeah, I can actually transport myself now. I had a
similar. How much was your electric bike actually?
I tried asking my parents, but for some reason they didn't want to tell me, and I can't understand why. Like, seriously, I constantly asked them today, and they kept avoiding the question, and I honestly don't know why. It's probably close to $1,000, maybe $2,000.
Ah, shit.
So, yeah, it's probably close to around that price. That would be my guess, knowing how those things are so fucking expensive.
How did you prevent theft?
Prevent theft? Well, a family member of mine is going to be giving me some cash meant for me to buy an actual good U-lock. So, yeah. Oh, and also, as for the battery, the only way to take out the battery is if you have a key to the latch release system, because otherwise that battery is probably gonna come out damaged if you even try. So there's that, and I don't think I'm really too worried about anything else being stolen, to be quite honest, because everything's attached to the bike. So if they try to remove like a part, like maybe a controller for the motor, good luck with that, because that shit's connected to the bike, so I don't know how they would even get that stolen. I mean, I think at worst, they probably steal the front tire, But, I mean, that's, like, replaceable anyways. So, yeah, I don't really... I mean, as long as I have the lock, I don't really foresee, the thing being, like, stolen really badly. Maybe unless they cut the wires, which I doubt they would even try. Also, I had a similar product, except it was gas-powered, and it was good for a while when it worked. When it worked, I think I reached speeds up to 20 miles per hour, but unfortunately there was some problems with it, and in fact those problems were so huge that the bike just completely stopped working altogether. I don't know why, but it's like maybe the heat was too much for the bike or something, but like components would just stop working, things would break down quickly, and it just got to a point where it was beyond repair. When it did work, though, I remember how I burned myself on my right pinky one time, because I was at my apartments at the time, and I was riding it to school, because when I was in the apartment, it was a lot closer to the school compared to where I am now. So I rode it to school, I was locking it up, and I must have touched a really hot part of the frame, and I had to basically run practically across the campus just to get to the nurse, and the fucking asshole nurse made me sign in, which I've never seen any other nurse in any other school do before, which is fucking ridiculous that they make you sign in. Like, what's the point? And not only that, but the fucker didn't do anything until I signed it. And since I can only write with my right hand, I basically had to write as though I was fucking, like, holding a cup with, like, my pinky out. Like, how do I do... I guess the best way I could show you is I would have to write like this, kind of. It was really fucking horrible. Oh, wait, I have a pencil. What the hell? I didn't know I had a pencil in here. Fuck.
Pencils? What are those?
I don't know, man. Alright. I had to write kind of like this the entire fucking time. And the burn would be like right here. It fucking hurt like a motherfucker. Like, the pain was really bad. It did heal. But, yeah, I had to write like that. And I think I had to write essays too. Like, I had to write essays handwritten because my school's fucking stupid like that, so... Yeah, and I had to write the same fucking essay multiple times, so not only that, but I also got hand cramps, and even without the burn, I would still get hand cramps anyways. I think I tried writing with my left hand, but then quickly realized how bad of an idea it is because of how shitty it looks.
You're not ambidextric.
Well, it depends. If I'm eating, I can be ambidextrous, but if I'm writing, I have to use my right hand. So, yeah, it really depends, I guess. But yeah, I think I still have the bike, but I don't know why I still have it. It's fucking useless. It's a piece of shit. And,
It's completely useless.
It is.
Completely useless now.
It literally is completely useless. It's a fucking pile of junk. My electric bicycle so far is way better. Plus, I don't have to pay for gasoline, so there you go.
Yay.
Cool. Alright, Shnick. Last story. Make it count. Make it the best one.
Oh my god. I have two more stories worth noting. But they're short.
You have like 20 minutes.
Okay, so this one's a little bit short because it doesn't quite have as much action, but These two exist on video as well, but only the last one could I actually show, but I don't know if you want to see it.
Sure.
But, so the first story was when I was down in Florida. It was Christmas 2007. I got my Wii.
Whoa, a Wii.
Yeah, my dad was pushing for me to get a PS3, but eventually, after much begging from me and my sister, he got us a Wii instead. And in his own words, he apparently got the last one from a Best Buy. Because this was at the time the Wii was being scalped big time.
Oh my god, wait, there were scalpers in the Wii era too?
Yeah, there were scalpers in the Wii era, and somehow my dad found one for the standard asking price at a Best Buy, and he managed to get it.
Wow.
But that Wii now belongs to my sister because I just simply used the Wii U to play Wii games, and I had to buy myself a GameCube. But, yeah. So, at one point, So I got quite a few Wii games. I got Mario Party 8, I got the Mario and Sonic Olympic games, the Beijing one.
Yeah.
I got Thrillville Off the Rails. I forget what else I got. Oh, I got that shitty game, Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots.
Oh, that game? Huh.
Yeah.
I have that on PS2.
I like most of the Nicktoons games. I thought Attack of the Toy Bots was shit. Maybe that was just me, though. Maybe if I played it again, I would have a second opinion. But, yeah. The thing... So, my ma ended up coping an attitude with me. And I was actually pretty excited to set the Wii up. And this is where my mom was kind of in the wrong because she displayed an unnecessary attitude, when she could have just simply explained it to me. She was like, oh, well, you're not going to play it because we need to eat breakfast and then we're going to a friend's house. You're not going to be able to play it all day.
Oh, God.
She said it to me with that attitude, and, I kind of, like, because of how, I think, maybe, like, logically, that kind of treatment was going to piss me off, so I kind of angrily went to my bedroom in my cousin's house.
Yeah.
She followed after me, and she gave me a lecture.
Your sister gave you a lecture?
No, my mom gave me a lecture.
Oh. How old were you at this time?
I was 11.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Middle school Shnick is here.
Middle school Shnick. So my dad ends up coming into the bedroom with my cousin's dad. Oh my God. He put on a freaking clown show. God rest his soul. Because, because my cousin's dad, unfortunately, he died of a heart attack 2 years ago.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But he was putting on a complete show. Like, he was fake crying. My dad was fake crying. And my dad's like, it's okay. You'll get to play the Wii. And meanwhile, my Uncle Stanley, he was like, I know. I want my drill, too.
What?
Every Christmas, he would joke. He basically joked that he always asked for a drill for Christmas and never got it.
What the hell?
Honestly, I could even tell. Honestly, we could actually do a podcast episode when the season comes back, and we could dedicate it to trips. And I could tell you a story of like one day when he took me on a trip to Miami, and then he ended up fucking around with my cousin and my sister.
I have several trip stories to tell.
Oh, see, podcast episode. For
I
next
have
season.
some.
Yeah. So
it's a date.
Save the date. So my dad's like, we'll set it up and you'll play. Uncle Stanley's gonna help you. And Uncle Stan was like, He's like, yeah, we'll set up on the big TV. What are you crying about? And I was cheered up because I started crying when my mom lectured me. So yeah, we went into the living room off camera. We started setting it up. And we forgot one. We didn't know how to set it up the remotes. So, and we thought, because my dad bought a separate nunchuck, and we were calling it joysticks. We didn't know the name was the nunchuck yet. So my sister's like, oh, go get the other joystick. So I actually ran to the Christmas tree to get the nunchuck. I ended up tripping over a chair that was in the way. I fell on my face. And I kind of stubbed my toe.
Oh, God.
Doesn't help that it was the same toe that I actually stubbed big times, where I actually cracked the nail open and it was bleeding.
Oh. Shit.
Just months prior. And I injured, and like this was just weeks after it made a full recovery.
Wow.
So I started crying. But then my ma actually yelled at me, Nick, cut the crap!
What the hell?
And I started crying because of that. And my dad actually defended me, saying, oh, he's hurt, don't worry. I actually got up and went into the bedroom again, and didn't help. My dad started joking about the situation. He's like, oh, look, he's all cured!
Hooray!
Oh my God.
And my mom came into the bedroom and lectured me again, thinking the reason why I was crying was because the Wii was taken away from me. That's one problem with my mom. She loves jumping to conclusions.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Does she still do that?
Pretty much.
Damn it.
Does your mom do the same thing?
I think my sister no, she doesn't lecture me quite as much, but she does get annoyed whenever I act like my dad.
But your mom, Mario, do you jump to conclusions?
No, not really.
Yeah, but that's that story. Meanwhile, the final story I have is what I like to call the guacamole incident.
Damn, guacamole.
So, Christmas 2011, I was in, like, early high school. Sophomore year, I believe.
We've all of us have almost met now.
So, I asked for a couple of games. I ended up asking for Mario Kart 7, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and GoldenEye Reloaded. And because I had one extra slot for another game to ask for, I asked for Lego Harry Potter Years 5 through 7. Not helping matters is that the presents my sister got for me were underwhelming that year as well. I only got 4 games off of her, which were Twisted Metal 4, Twisted Metal Head On, Rocky on the PS... Rocky on the PS2 and Terminator 3: The Redemption.
Wait, the same Rocky that the AVGN played on that Glitches episode?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
shit.
same Terminator 3 from your review.
That I reviewed? Oh, yeah. So, but now here's the thing. I didn't get a copy of Terminator 3. I got a copy of Sonic Riders, a game I already had, so I had to trade it in at GameStop.
Like you mentioned in your
Like I mentioned in the review, yes. And I also had to trade in Rocky because it didn't work.
Damn.
Yeah, like
Damn,
anytime I
glitch,
loaded up, anytime I loaded up the first fight, it would always freeze during the Spider Rico fight.
Wow.
So literally all I was left as presents from my sister was 2 Twisted Metal games, only one of which was fun to play, because Twisted Metal 4 is kind of mediocre. Had a nice soundtrack, though. But... And ultimately, the only game I got as a present was Lego Harry Potter. I didn't get Mario Kart, I didn't get New Super Mario Brothers, I didn't get GoldenEye, and I didn't get Marvel vs. Capcom.
Wow.
So I felt very disappointed. And I immediately expressed regret to expressing disappointment because, thing is, obviously my cousin didn't send her presents from Florida. And later I did get Marvel, and I did get New Super Mario Brothers and Mario Kart. The only game I never got was GoldenEye Reloaded, and we're about to get to that right now. My aunt self-admitted to forgetting to buy a game for one of the games, and judging from what my cousin and my gram got me from Florida, because, yeah, my gram was down in Florida at the time, the game that my aunt forgot to get me was GoldenEye Reloaded. So my aunt ended up having to deal with me. I had to eat a tortilla chip with guacamole, and if I ate it, she would get me the game.
You know, yes, you don't like guacamole.
I do not like guacamole. I despise it.
That's
And
another
my
one to
dad
add to the
ended up
list.
videotaping the results, if you'd like to see them.
Yes.
Okay, you got it. We're gonna watch it. I have to track it down, though. So, if we go a bit over the 2-hour limit, I'm sorry. Alright. So I'm gonna hang up this call once again, and we're gonna... Alright. Curiously, the title of the raw video file is M2U00777. Lucky Sevens.
Lucky.
Lucky Sevens. Lucky. Alright.
Oh, that was kind of loud.
Go.
Hold on.
Give it to your mother.
Nick, and then Lydia, deal. Nick eats that, and Lydia's buying him the game. All right, Nick.
Give it to
Let's
your
go.
mother.
Come on, Nick.
Oh my god, your dad sounds so uninterested.
You need it.
Eat it.
Do it.
2 minutes left on the camera alive. Eat it.
You have 2 minutes and you're done.
You have 2 minutes.
And if you can't,
Oh, he's putting it in his mouth.
just put the whole thing in your mouth.
Drink some soda.
It's killing me. The fake.
Drink some soda. 1 minute left, Nick.
Hurry up.
Camera's dying.
Oh my god, that was a huge gag.
It's like a game's getting home.
All
Get no extra game.
right. Come on. Swallow it.
Charger, Alex.
Was that baby?
You don't have any more time than what's on there. 2 minutes.
Eat it, Big Daddy.
The whole thing
Eat
is
it.
funny.
The whole thing.
Take good care of it because I wouldn't have anything happen to that little woman.
Drink some soda.
I'm
Nick.
still waiting for my soda.
Oh, drink some soda. And then eat it.
Eat it.
And then soda. Oh, battery's dying, Nick. It's flashing.
Hurry
You
up.
better eat it. It's just flashing. Come on. Come on, drink some soda. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Drink the soda.
Oh, Nick.
Drink the soda.
You
Oh!
know what? You know what? Shut it off.
That was terrible.
And he keeps spitting. See, this is the mentality I have to live with. Look, if you don't shut that thing
Holy
off
shit.
now.
Look what you made. Look what's with Oh shit.
Have another shot.
Oh my god, that was just fucking brutal. Oh my god. Dude, your fucking family was like super savage that day. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I just love how your dad just sounded super uninterested. Like he sounded like he did not fucking care.
No, that was his bad attempt at acting, being a commentator.
Oh my god. He's like, come on, Nick.
Throughout over 20 years of home video filming, he always acted like that while commentating. And my mom always found it cringy.
Wow.
Shut it off.
And by the way, when my mom pushed him over, my dad actually did a little cartwheel on the floor, and then he got up.
So did you lose the bet?
I basically did lose the bet because my aunt never got GoldenEye Reloaded. But shortly after that incident, the particular guacamole tortilla that I did what you saw in the video with, my dad ate the remains.
Oh.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Like a baby bird.
Yeah, I guess, because we're the same family. It's not like I was sharing germs with a stranger, you know?
It's still sharing germs though.
Yeah, but I wasn't sick.
Someone could have gotten sick.
Ultimately, my aunt got a much smaller tortilla chip, and she put like a few drops of guacamole on it. Like, not really drops, like maybe like a very little amount, like maybe about this much.
Wow.
And she's like, eat that, and then I'll get you the game. I ate it. And ultimately, she didn't get the game, but I will never forget the feeling I had of eating it whole.
Yeah, you fucking puked there.
I did puke, yeah.
Like, god damn.
It wasn't really puke, it was more so me spitting it out.
It looked like fucking puke.
I mean, it looked like puke thanks to the guacamole.
for a dare.
But... yeah, so... Thing is, the one feeling I will never forget is when I ate that thing. At first it was fine, I downed it with soda. Until I literally felt an explosion. I literally felt an explosion as it went down.
What?
That's the best way to describe it. I was like this.
Oh my god. It's like a fucking atom bomb in your stomach. You're like,
Pretty much. Pretty much, actually.
Awesome. Alright.
Jesus Christ. What'd you think of that story, though, ultimately?
I just love how your fucking family reacted to everything.
Made me hungry.
It was just fucking beautiful, dude. Everyone was a fucking savage that day. I swear to God.
Even my sister dropping the freaking paper towel on me to clean it up.
Alright. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully when we meet again, I will sound like this. Or I can talk normally, maybe. Anyways, from all of us here at Talking Time with Caffeine, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Enjoy the randomness.